So today I'm going to talk about the consistency in the gym. It's really important, and try to concentrate so you can understand and you can take the steps just like I mentioned, because I am someone who have been struggling with consistency in regard to the gym for years. I'm saying for years, and I learned this in my 30s, and I was able to lose 5 kilos, and I was able to gain muscles in 3 months because I was so consistent. So excited to share my tips and my psychological tricks that worked for me and worked also for my friends after telling them, after sharing these valuable informations. And I hope you can also learn from that and you can finally become consistent in the gym after this video. So the first thing that you should know is that you need to find a moment for the gym. What I mean by that, for example, let's say you are working 3 times a week from the office, if you are working in an office, or you have like some days that you prefer more. So you need to start by 3 days a week, right? 3 days a week. You can do it. I'm going to tell you how. So first thing, you need to find like a schedule. For example, if you are someone who's working in the office, that's just as an example. If you are someone who's working from the office and who's working hybrid, you're working from home, you're working from the office. So you have 3 times a week where you're working from the office, let's say, just as an example. And during these 3 times, you're going to be like, okay, when I'll be back home, those 3 days that I'm going out of home, going to the office, I'm going to take also advantage of these days. I'm going to the gym. So you're gonna put these days only for the gym. After work, you go to the gym, right? So the day you have to go to the gym, you shouldn't do anything else. Let's say you are working, you go to the gym after work. You are working from home, you can also do that. It depends on your preferences. You go to the gym. So what I want to say is that in that afternoon or in that evening, you should only go to the gym. So during these 4 hours, it should be only for the gym. That's really important. After you find the schedule, I'm going to tell you something that worked like a charm for me. I'm going to tell you, I used to put plans on. I used to have like a paper, literally a paper with like the movements I should go, the machines I should use, how many times how many repetitions, which was crazy. I was saturating my brain all the time. And whenever I go there, if I'm not able, for example, to do these steps, to do these machines, I leave. I leave the gym like very disappointed, and it's not good. It's not good for you, because the moment you disappoint yourself is the moment you're going to start giving up. We need small, achievable, we need small, achievable goals. If you're going to start like that from the beginning, going all to do all these machines, okay, working your glutes, your belly, it's the moment you're going to saturate yourself is the moment you're going to stop doing it. Trust me, I've been there. I would say hundreds of times maybe in my life. So I've been there. Don't do it. What you're going to actually do, which is very important, what you're going to actually do is you go into the gym just to show up. You're still not on that level of consistency to do all these machines. Don't do anything else than showing up. What does it mean? For example, in my first like weeks, I was going to the gym. I did not have any plan. I was like, okay, let's stop doing that. It doesn't work. I'm going to try something else. This is really very smart if you are trying a method and it doesn't work and you move to another one. This is really important because sometimes like some methods are not going to work for you, but you don't know. You're not going to figure out until you change, right? So what I was like, okay, wait a minute, Calvaya. What you can do is you can just go show up. So that's what I started doing. I go to the gym just to show up. So I go, I do the math, I run, and then I look at a machine and I pick a random machine that I want. For example, I would like to have a flat belly. That's just for example. I would like to have flat belly. I would like to have like bigger glutes. So what I do, I just go and check the machine, look at the random machine. Okay, how does this work? Okay, now I'm going to do this. That's it. I run, I go do few machines around, maybe a bike. There is no plan, no paper, no nothing. So I just work on that. And luckily in the to the gym, like I go to, we have like sauna, and after the gym I go to the sauna. Like after I do my movements, I just go to the sauna and relax there. And I shower. And also I take my favorite shower gel, to have this good, to give the best conditions to myself to go to the gym, build this consistency, in a very nice way. Anyways, I started doing that. And whenever I go, I'm like, okay, no plans, you just show up, right? After a while, I started doing the machines and the movements I always wanted to and the repetitions I wanted to. Sometimes I don't do it, of course, not all the days are perfect, but I was like, wait a moment. I became consistent to the gym. It happened like that. I started missing the gym. And I wanted to go for vacation, and then I started looking at like hotels that do have the gym. I started having this connection with the gym. Why? Because I worked on the consistency first. I didn't saturate my brain with too many plans. And the moment you leave the gym, you're like, oh, I showed up today. And you give this like, it's like you're celebrating with your brain. Oh, I did show up today, and you feel good. Like your body feels good after you shower with your nice shower gel, and you're like, oh my God, your brain gets rewarded. The reward is very important in the process to be able to start, to be able to build this consistency. So after a while, I started becoming consistent, and it was perfect, and I enjoyed the gym, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, and I started having muscles. All of that because I did not saturate my brain. Stop doing that. You're never gonna become consistent. You're never gonna get the muscles you want. It never starts perfect, and you can never be perfect. And there are some days where I'm not. For example, there are some days where I'm not. I just go run. Like I don't go, for example, I don't do other machines, but I show up. You can just go bike for 15 minutes, but you should show up. Because the moment, some days I'm feeling like tired, or I'm having like some period pain, or sometimes, sometimes I have period pain, or I have some troubles, or, or like mentally I'm not okay, but I still show up. Because I know that's important. And it makes me, you're going to trust me, after a month, you're going to be like, wait a moment. Now the gym is part of my routine. I can't live a day without it. And trust me, I've been to the gym and I've been looking at people. I've been looking at some people that came to the gym with like tiny books, and I've seen them like having a pen and going sitting there and doing the movements, and then they write with a pen that they did these movements or something, and then they put their notebook near them with a pen, and I'm like, trust me, after a few days, I don't see these people anymore. Guess what? They stopped going to the gym. Why? Because they saturated their brain. Too much. Start slowly. And remember this, a small progress is always a progress. Bye.